Alright, let's try this again because I just had a weird desync issue that completely killed my armor there. But what's up, guys? Weewoo here. Today we're going to be shoutcasting a World War II PvP scenario with the OFCRA community. It is the Raid of Saint Nazaire. I hope I pronounced that right. In which case we have OFCRA as the British today and BLU4 as the Germans. The British appear to have spawned in one spot, whereas the Germans have spawned into separate spots. I'm going to be a little careful coming around here because this is where I crashed. So I just want to make sure I just spend a second in here to let my computer load everything. Probably something weird with the map or just there's scripts running. But either way, this is going to be about a 30v30. And the Germans are a mix of Fallschirmjäger with veterans of some sort, and then the British are just standard British forces. So you'll see some airborne kits. I believe the airborne are actually up there, and then you have the veterans back here. But otherwise, this mission will feature 3 ways for each side to score points. We're going to first go with the British here. So the British can score points in one of 3 ways. The first way is escorting this big boat, which is over here. We have the name in the mission command, but it was, key in the actual Saint Nazaire raid. This boat needs to be brought up to this red square position, and if it's brought up there, I believe the British get 4 points. And then along the way, there are multiple Flak 36 gun emplacements that can take the boat out that the British are going to have to destroy before the boat is able to be brought up. And for every flak gun that is destroyed, the British will also secure points. The third way, of course, being the supremacy bonus, where if the Nazis are knocked down to 5 or less players, then the British will score an additional, I believe, 2 points, but it might just be 1. You can look in the exclamation point mission command and see those details for yourself. Otherwise, the Germans have 3 ways of scoring points. The first is obviously sinking that large boat. The second is keeping the flat guns alive. For every flat gun that is kept alive, they gain points. And the third is the supremacy bonus of if they knock down the British players to 5 or less players, they score points as well. So really interesting mission concepts. You don't really see an escort mission like this with the added objectives of destroying key emplacements that if the faction doing the escorting doesn't take care of, those assets will destroy what they're escorting. Trying to actually think, the only times you see something close to this is, I would say, with an FNF when they have a mobile objective that needs to be destroyed. But Tootie's also giving a write-out in the chat talking about the actual operation. And the ship is called the Campbellton. They didn't want to give the British a destroyer, so they gave them a large landing craft instead for balance, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, the British are equipped with Piats, however you pronounce them, PIATs, which are basically AT catapults. We're seeing some Sten guns, Lee Enfield, some Tommy guns as well. Some Webley revolvers, some bayonets too. Trying to see if I can find any Brens. There's one right there. And I'm trying to focus on the players, not the AI names, because it looks like they left all the AI on, which is pretty funny. And we're also having some, what are those, 1918s or 1912? I forget the designation for the trench sweeper shotgun.
Continue on your personal journey to be polite.
And then they have Fact of the House Logic playing as a marksman, and it looks like that's actually the detachment. So you've got anti-tank sections, marksman sections, various different groups with different weapons to help them here. Looks like command assets have shotguns and the Thompsons. So that's interesting enough. Let's go ahead and look over at the Germans. There's 2 different groups. Let's start with the Fallschirmjäger. And I apologize to anyone if I am butchering that pronunciation. Pronunciation is not my strong suit. Otherwise, it's only a handful of them playing Fallschirmjäger today. Looks like they got a mix of, I believe that's a G41, but I could be wrong. But it's basically a semi-automatic rifle. We got Kar 98s, Sten gun, the FG42. Yeah, they got 2 of those, which is nice. That might actually be an MP38. But I forget, there's a key difference between the 2. I still haven't memorized it yet. So a nice little attack team, but little to no AT capabilities. They're meant for fast attack in close quarters because those 2 FG42s are absolutely deadly when they can get into close combat. They do have an AT guy, but he is set to AI, unfortunately, so they won't be fielding that. Oh, shit, they even had some stolen PPSHs. Oh, well. That was a thing.
Let's kill some British.
But mission started in 10 seconds. You can hear that the German players are getting excited. And we're seeing a good mix of weaponry here as well. Some marksman weaponry, basically some scoped K98s, and one AT guy. And these guys are going to be on foot crossing the bridge here. So I would assume, based off of the lack of AT, that they're going to really focus on holding these flat cannons. I gotta get away from that because I have VODs now, and that will get me copyrighted. But they're playing the Imperial March. But meanwhile, the British are already mobilizing, sending a few different transport vehicles, both a truck and a, I think a Willy Jeep. Yep. And they're gonna try to rush that up to potentially start taking out the flat guns. Now, I was on the British side before I had to kill myself to get in the spectator menu, but you can see the British plan here to try to get their forces around. So they're going to have units both on foot and on the big boat, which is why you have these two trucks heading down. I don't know if they're going to take anything on the little landing crafts around, because the landing craft do have, I believe those are 30 cal machine guns. So not as effective as 50s, but two 30 cals are still very, very deadly. But I know for this big boat, you've got a 50 cal right there. Got another 50 cal back here, and then two twin 50 cals on the rear. So we'll see this boat get mounted and pushed up, but it's really nice to see this style of operation being a ship escort, because you don't really have that, in all honesty. Tootie, tell me the Brit Bonds, which are the British forces, are the commandos here pushing it. So, but they have the standard World War II British kits you would see anywhere else. If that, I did see a few more submachine guns on their side, but it looked like a good mix nonetheless. Otherwise, we now have a bit of a deployment phase here. And we're going to be watching the Nazi forces here. They're going to basically camp this flak position, the Fallschirmjäger. And they've got a large group of infantry running on foot to join them. And they're going to have probably one team. Do they have two flag positions here? Yes, they do. So that team that's crossed are going to basically head on foot this way. But basically the Blue 4 Germans here have to decide where they want to try to make their stand against the boat. And the British know they have to take the flak guns out before the boat can come close. Otherwise, that Flak 36 is going to tear the boats apart. They're talking about a second mission after this. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm going to only cover this one. I have to take care of some errands after this before the 8 p.m. op tonight, which will be Paw Patrol, and then I'm hoping it'll finish in time to get to the 10 p.m. But the Paw Patrol op could be done in 20 minutes or it could be done in 2 hours. It depends how quick they are to survive. So I'm putting my render distance up high. I don't know where their render distance is capped, though. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oop! So I think they're testing the range of that gun and getting it sighted in. Having one of the FG-42 guys take it, I would have given it to someone with a K98 or something. But yeah, they're taking that far building out because they don't want some of these buildings used against them. So they're denying assets to the British early on. That's pretty smart if you ask me. I just hope they leave enough ammo in that thing for actually engaging the boat, should the time arise, and I have no idea what's up there.
Okay, can I go?
Is my server recruiting right now? Yeah, Amazon, feel free to DM me on Discord or do !Discord. I can help you find a place if you want. I don't care. That's me hydrating.
Fuck.
And Willow Tree, thanks for gifting out a sub to Marcus. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
I cannot fly.
So yeah, he's definitely trying to demo some of those buildings across the... Would this be? I guess this would be a river, technically. Yeah, with its size. And they have these guys holding short right here to prevent a flank attack. And they've got more units holding right here. So the Germans are actually trying to divide their forces to hold everything they can, not trying to anticipate where the British forces are going to come, and instead just set things out accordingly. That is the that could blow up in their face, but it could also really work in their favor if the British catch up on that. Because if the British decide to just charge and attack one position at a time, they'll pretty much defeat the German players in something called defeat in detail, which is basically you divide your enemies into a bunch of smaller groups and attack those smaller groups separately. And that's how you can defeat superior forces, though it's about even teams right now. And it looks like back here you have 2 landing craft that are going to be used for the infantry to deploy. And you have command with 2 additional guys on the 50 cals with this boat moving up. Interesting. This would make for a cool Arma 3 operation. I got to keep this in my mind for something down in the future. But yeah, I bet they're going to try to level as many buildings as they can across the river here just to deny the British any ability to push in. Meanwhile, you're having the British side dismount in a few key areas, and it looks like they're going to hold, waiting for the boat to get closer. They've also marked the range of the flak's vision in terms of render distance, which is, yeah, 2 clicks away. It's pretty high there. Otherwise, you just have to wait and see here. You know, some of you are saying rip over the, It's okay if it doesn't get triggered if it's only for a few seconds. So don't worry about it. And if I do get tackled for it, then oh well, you know? We'll just deal with it when it gets there. Yeah, I know, I picked VODs perfectly to come back. Day 3, copyrighted music. Leave your strike down from Twitch indefinitely. Oh, man. They're 20 millimeters on the boat. Oh! 2D's telling me they're, huh. I guess that makes more sense. So they're a little bigger calibers than I said they were. They're a little deadly. Okay, gotcha. So those things would probably tear apart a flak position if they got close enough. Okay, well, now we know. So that means the Germans definitely do not want to fight that boat as infantry because those guns could tear them apart. So it's just a matter of using the flaks to keep the boat at bay. But the British have to move in to take the flaks out so they can get the boat in position to score those big 4 points. You said 10 seconds of the stream not running? Huh. Weird. I don't have any drop frames on my end, so maybe it was a Twitch hiccup. Huh. Maybe Twitch has an active DMCA thing where if they detect something like a whiff of it, they'll immediately get rid of it. Who knows? Otherwise, we're watching the... I don't know how I feel about that. Because I remember this happened in FNF, and this was kind of seen as an exploit. Especially if they can shoot out of it, but that's... Yeah, I don't really... Well, I mean, I'll tell my contact afterwards and ask if that's okay. I mean, I know OFCRA has different rules, but that's a little... Especially since you have Benares watching this angle. I mean, like, if he was watching down here, I'd get it, but that... That's a little meta, if you ask me. Yeah, he's still going at it, some of these houses here. Looks like Roland's satisfied with his... I fucking love it. Oh.
No. I got you, man. I got you.
Close is running up, realizing what happened. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to mute myself soon, but I'm gonna actually mute myself right now, but that was... Wow. Alright, off to a great start, are we? Let me get my pen and paper down. I need to write down timestamps for highlights to make because, good, that is one in itself. That was amazing. All right, so you still have the rest of these guys running around. British have started moving their western position on foot. They've got some stuff circled here. I think they're just going to check the rear in case the Germans are trying to sneak stuff around. But I think the end goal is to get that force up there and potentially have it start staging to hit this position. Or, I think, cross, get on the northern mainland and attack these positions from the direct north, hoping that the Germans have overextended. Still have the boats coming up. And for now, it's just waiting and seeing. Now, he's definitely... Callie's over here. Here, let's have a listen.
Yeah, I will be back on my roof close to the thing, but I just want to check what shot on this side.
Okay, if somebody happening, just come to us and call us, or...
Yeah, if you see enemies, mark them. I will check map regularly, so yeah, I will notice it and maybe send reinforcements if you get engaged.
So they're going to use map markers that everyone can see instead of... because there's no radio communications. Again, little meta-y, especially considering this, but okay. I mean, if it's allowed, it's allowed. There are some groups out there, especially like Russian groups, where no one streams because it's legal to go on someone else's stream and record what they're doing and say it's like you broke into their comms or whatnot, or their helmet cam. That's how they justify it. And it's fair. Looks like they brought a Cobble wagon over here with an MG42 on the back to lock down this MSR. It's a smart idea. I think the British are going to mainly be on foot here. I gotta wonder where those landing craft are going to dismount here, because it looks like they're going to try to dismount on the right side and come around. Now, this is the limit of the flak's vision. You could theoretically see the two landing crafts sneak around here and then come around and deploy their forces here and have the infantry move up that way, but it's going to be a slow start. Just a waiting game at this point. Meanwhile, the German force that is on the southern side has been moving around. We saw them stop earlier around here, and they actually dug some trenches. But it looks like they're now choosing to explore more of the town itself, maybe for some additional positions to fall back on. We've also got a half-track right here with an MG42 locking down this area behind a sandbag wall. And another one, that might be a 34 actually, because of all the holes in the barrel, locking down this side. So that's a very nasty fatal funnel that has been set up with two overlapping avenues of fire. I doubt the British are going to go that way, but it's something to note nonetheless. Meanwhile, over here you have, went the river a little bit, NASA, who I believe is commanding the Blue 4 side. I forgot to go over commanders. Hippie's commanding the Op 4 British side. NASA's commanding the Blue... NASA is commanding the Blue 4 German side. He is by both of the flat guns, and he's got the rest of this force here in these two buildings holding garrison. And I think they're just going to chill for now. Meanwhile, both British teams have started moving. You've got one team of 3 providing recon here. They don't have a marksman with them, but they have a guy with binos. I'm going to unmute myself. Let's have a listen.
Tady mají tohle, máme zničit 880.
So I think they're scouting their next LZ. I unfortunately cannot understand the language. I'm American. This is British English. It's very different. Yeah, I know we have Mod Addict and 2D in the channel. If you guys could tell me what they're saying and tell the rest of chat, that would be great.
Tak oni jsou, vidíme tam toho na střeše toho dalšího. Jestli nejsou do těch prvních rozpadlých, prostě nevidím. Je to možný, že tam je dost možný, že tam někdo je a že kempěj. Ale kdo ví. Jo, běhají tam po celém městě. Další tečka.
Jedna věc,
CZ490, message. Jaká?
Něco.
A další frc.
So, okay. Jokes aside, they're actually speaking French, and I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to tell you. Well, he's basically saying he sees some of the Germans running around by the flat gun, and he's coordinating that information on his long range to other people. But I was actually kind of surprised that I understood half of that because I took 5 years of French in high school, but I suck with my French. That was funny to listen to. Oh, all right, so they got looks like some of the guys that were sprinting up here finally started making it, so they're going to start reinforcing this area. But the British, I believe, have lines of sight on that regroup point. They're mentioning it here because the render distance, as you can see, is very, very high today. All right, did you guys get to the part where he trips on the Flak 36? That was pretty damn funny. Otherwise, you still have this big squad moving on the other side of the bank here on the west, and I think they're going to continue to flank around here. If they could engage the rear of those guns and take them out and then help from the north, that would actually be really, really nice. If the British can time all of their attacks together and push through the German lines where they need to. I think the real question, though, is how are the Germans going to respond to whatever attacks first? Who are they going to hold? Who are they going to pull away? Are they going to give up any of the Flak 36 guns early in favor of having a more unified defense somewhere? There's a lot of questions here. I think the Germans also know they need to have a bit of a layered defense here because a Pyatt could take out a Flak 36 from a few hundred meters away, not across the... Actually, that's only about 200 meters. I think a Pyatt could theoretically take this flat gun out, but that's going to require a little bit of luck. And the Pyatt gunner would really have to expose himself. I just heard some gunshots. Thought I saw an unconscious symbol. No, it's the flat gun. Okay, so they're taking out more buildings over here to try to deny the British avenues to move up with. That's NASA, aka Blue Fort Ground Command, on the flat gun there. Looks like the British are starting to land their landing craft here. And the two drivers are staying on the craft themselves, and this group is probably going to proceed on foot around this side. They had a landing craft here. Looks like they dismounted a few hundred meters further up the bank here to the north. And they have a hold point for the bigger boat chilling right here.
Get off of my lawn!
No, but the grenade formation is the best formation for socializing, so I
Exactly,
know what I'm prioritizing.
I'm going to use shout mode as well to make sure the enemy can definitely hear you. If there are baddies here, we are dead.
One of the guys.
Have some of them speaking French up there, some of them speaking English. It's pretty funny.
I hear Russian, yeah, but they're friendly, right?
Yes.
Hello, Russian friendlies, we come in peace.
Was that Russian? That was French.
Hello?
I am commander of the XCOM project.
Fuck's
The
sake.
excommunication project.
Pretty much.
You used to communicate, but now you don't.
Exactly.
That's hence XCOM.
Thank you, AC. You know what? I'll follow your advice.
You didn't have to cut me off.
Yeah, I did, cunt.
Mod, they can write Nazi in chat. I don't really care. If we get banned over something like that, then I honestly don't want to be on this platform.
Why do you have...
Why are you cheating?
So Mod, when this gets to you, feel free to write that in the Twitch channel too for what we have on Discord. They can say that.
I'm sure.
Who do you think would be a good one to shoot, AC?
Good one.
Yeah, Moon brings up a good point about the hypocrisy. Here, let me actually...
You can keep going. The commanding officer, I couldn't shoot him.
Goatland is as well.
Oh shit.
So when it should
You'll get to it.
Loads of people die in war zones.
You just.
Yes, there's also Czechs playing. There's a Czech group that plays in OFCRA as well.
Yeah, try me, bitch.
I just forget what the group name is called.
I will do it. I will shoot him. Right, I've got a devastating
So I'm
piece
keeping
of
eyes on
council
other
here.
forces coming here.
I've lost my 2p. So how am I gonna make myself
like the Native Americans, the 2P.
No, I never
Wait, they were
had.
speaking Czech? It sounded like they were speaking French.
Strangle even.
I
That was
can't
Czech?
For some reason. Nice 1980.
I could have sworn that was French.
I don't get nothing.
Because in 1984.
Am I
they released
dumb?
it
But
as
that
a ship.
book hasn't been written.
No, who's in there?
Beach.
Nope, you're right. That's Zicky. That was Czech. No, Matoni, hold up. No.
The year of my Lord, 2021.
You know we're in 19.
Who had the LR?
Pohledem jsou tam.
Zicky did. Okay, no, you're right. They were speaking Czech. I'm an idiot. Okay, well,
Na střeše kouká dole pohledem.
fuck me then.
Na té střeše.
Send in Goat Team 6.
Oh, well. Nemesis, thanks for the 40-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this scenario.
Get owned.
What? I don't get it. What's the implication here?
How did I understand that then?
Well, that wouldn't make any sense because we fucking gulagged gays.
Well, I'm confused with myself now. Anyway.
That is actually.
Yeah, it's still late, Nem. You'll see this in 5 minutes.
Gayism way later than we did, for instance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We put the gays in their fucking place.
Alright.
Rising, that's probably why I only understood half of it too. You're absolutely right.
We're trying to do it. We're making base laws which.
God, I'm an idiot. Oh well.
Allow them to. Sorry, disallow them from.
This is the only thing I do every week that has a delay, so.
Disallow them from existing.
Oh well. Liru looking like an idiot, but what else is new?
They've been living lives for far too long.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can just click the "I want to be heterosexual"
Yeah, literally.
and
5-minute delay, so 10 before he answers us?
Religion. You just click the button.
Where did the extra 5 minutes come from, Rising? Ah, never mind.
You just go.
Well, I mean, no, you have the decision. Do you want to?
Oh, great. Now Nemesis is going to spread rumors about me. Lovely.
The options are normal or retarded. And then some people click retarded for some reason, so they need to
Well,
slap.
because it's the meme option. You know, they take female as well.
No, yeah, you have to keep in mind, there are people like bluffing themselves, so someone will always click the retarded option.
Yeah.
Maybe they just had a critical stress moment as they turned gay, to handle it.
Yeah.
Just like you could turn Jewish to handle it.
What?
Salam alaikum. No, wait, that's the wrong one.
Are they
African
talking
shamanism.
about?
How about
Mom
shalom?
last night.
See, I love the people that message me on Discord and say, hey, how come you never listen to their local comms? This is why I never listen to their local comms.
In CK3, can a man who is not gay enter into a gay relationship?
Yeah.
What?
Well, yes, you can.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. Have you tried?
No, I haven't. I haven't looked. I never looked at my kind of sexuality.
So this is what the British talk about before they go into battle in World War II. You know, this is a very accurate description.
Marriage, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm
Depiction
saying, like,
would be a better term to use there. An accurate depiction of what happens.
Like, if like some gay guy seduces you and you're straight, can you still allow yourself to be
I don't
seduced?
think you can be seduced unless you are.
I don't think you can do that in CK2 either, right?
No.
Or can you?
They're talking about Crusader Kings. Oh my freaking god.
So,
One way of saying that.
yeah, so can I be a straight man in a gay relationship?
Yeah, just
Otherwise, it's a bigoted game.
or mittens. I don't know. Medieval world sucks. Not mittens.
Rising saying because I see it 5 minutes later. Dude, when we've got this going on.
Long way to Tipperary, please. Song.
It's a long
way
to Tipperary.
It's a long way to go. The long, long way to Tipperary. To the sweetest girl I know. It's a long goodbye, Piccadilly. But my farewell is well.
I'd be alright, dude. That's a get done.
Mod is right. It's a community within OFCRA, but they come from a. They have their own group.
But my heart's right
Along
there.
this road, you can see a
I give
group
you
of
permission
British
to steal my sniper if you want.
They
One of
hunt
them.
in packs.
I believe they are CZSK,
The beautiful mating call of the
but I don't know anything past that. Oh shit, music. Alright, well, I've been defeated. Meanwhile, you have the boats in a formation here just doing a holding pattern. The other British group has made it to the bridge.
Ouais, non, continue, continue.
No, that's also that's French. I know that's French.
Ouais,
If that's Czech, I swear to God, I'm gonna just bash my head against a wall because apparently I don't know anything. Don is right. Yeah, the only you can't do the swastika. That's banned. But saying Nazi, I don't believe is banned. If it is, then again, I don't want to be on this platform at that point because censorship has gotten way too fucking bad at that point. Ugh. Well, if I get banned on Twitch, I'll just go to YouTube. It's not that big of an issue.
Continuez, vous allez vers le début du pont. Ok. Ok.
Yep, so they're basically just looking around, making sure there's no Germans around. They're not going to find any. They're going to probably cross that bridge and then come around right here. Meanwhile, this small group, yeah, it's the CZSK guys. I was right. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm sure if... Actually, I forgot to add this command in. If you do !OFCRA, that should link you to their Discord, and then you might be able to find them through there. There's a lot of mannerisms, though, that make it sound like French. But, I mean, a lot of languages are very similar in multiple degrees, so that makes sense. But meanwhile, the Germans are sending one of their squads. I just heard a small arm shot. I think they're going to go down and try to hold that bridge, or at least do a recon group. Ignorant Americans confusing European languages. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you got me. I thought it... My brain just crossed it. Then again, I've not been having a good day anyway today, so... That's okay. Yeah, I think they're going to try to lock the bridge down. From where is going to be difficult to say, because they have a lot of short-range submachine guns. So at this range, I believe the Lee Enfield is a better choice. There's not a lot of place for them to stabilize the weapons, too. It looks like they're going to actually cross it, too. That's incredibly risky. Subs are in real time. The only thing that's delayed is chat. Yeah, so they're all running for it. I don't think they're going to be able to get down here to lock this bridge down in time unless the British are extra cautious here. But if the Germans could cause the fight to be here where it can be more CQC in this little town, I think the Germans have a better shot here. But they are going to be outnumbered, and they do have the boat on standby that can engage from a long range outside of the flat guns with those 20mm cannons. They've also got a marksman with them. The shotgun's a little useless here. What, that conversation was confusing you with these guys? Dude, it was confusing me. Like, it took me like a few minutes.
Welcome to France.
Yeah, this looks like
Galen said it's clear, so...
I think he said Goatland there, just with an accent.
I'm here for some French pussy, man. You know what I mean? Ooh, it's fucking Goatland.
I can't send a tank. I'm a commentator here. There's no Zeus interface. It's me hitting the backspace to show you. I just have them. I don't have anything up here.
Oh yeah, we meant to be like eccentric and all that.
Yeah, we jump out planes and get blown up.
Well, what gliders, I guess, but still.
In my opinion, this is better because there's no Zeus for them to blame. It's just PvP and we get to watch them kill each other all the same.
There's never a bridge too far.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'll just keep crossing.
So these guys are going to start crossing their bridge, and it looks like... Huh. They've stopped short and are holding this building. Is it because they spotted the boat on the horizon? They might have. You can see a slight silhouette. These guys are holding that bridge for now, deciding when they want to cross. This is a bit of an awkward spot to hold, though, from a southern attack, because there's not a lot of good avenues of fire from this building. It's more of a flanking attack. But if they let the British walk by and get in the middle of the bridge and then open up, then they have a lot more options here. They could stack this building completely. So if they time this oh, nope, they're moving out. All right, I'm gonna have to quickly tab out and mute myself once the sides notice that each other are here. But this is gonna be a tough call.
Mate, I'm already always busy this. I'm on holiday, mate. It's not just the run. What sort of loser run the holiday?
What kind of accent is that?
It's Jordan. Newcastle. No, that's just Birmingham, sorry. Brummy. Hey, watch for contacts. Might come hard, might come soft. You never know. But there's Germans in this town, eh? Maybe not this one, but the one ahead. The second bridge will be a right pain in the arse.
He's on yelling. They just spotted the boats. Rigel should have seen them. Oh. There's no way Rigel didn't. No way. They're gonna literally walk past each other. Oh, no. Hold up. Yeah, they hear them on yelling.
Aye. Alright. Where's me squad lead? What's the plan? Show me route.
That was literally the worst place we could stop.
And you can hear them because they died. I'm muting myself again. Holy shit! That was hilarious. Holy freaking... Hold on. Wow. That could not have been more poorly timed. You got Bolt running up doing some more damage here. The Germans have more submachine guns between PPSHs with drum mags, and we just saw Bolt clean up 3 more guys. You're seeing that long-range 20mm cannon now firing on the smoke, but they're gonna fire in the middle of friendlies too. Oh my god. Looks like that 20mm cannon actually took out quite a few additional guys here, but this is now a 3v5. Bolt on 7 kills, Klaus on 0, and Hans on 0 as well. Rigel was just taken out. That's going to be number 8 for Bolt. Bluck is unconscious from the 20mm cannon, and the cannon is continuing to fire. Bob Winchester breaching in. Hans is trying to bandage in the corner, but Gotland pulls out of the building in time. The entirety of the British's main offensive is down. Bolt doing some double taps, his gunfire being muffled by the 20mm cannon. And I think the 20mm cannon just friendly fired someone. We're now down to 3v3. The British had the numbers here, but were not focusing. And now it's a 3v2. Bolt is cleaning house on 9 kills. Bob Winchester desperately trying to find the Germans here. Hans and Bob getting into a firefight here. Bolt quick to run back. And it looks like Bolt got the 10th kill, but he goes unconscious. We'll see if Hans is able to come up and render medical aid. And now it's just up to Goatland, the last guy, with a Thompson, so he's got a decent weapon here. Hans running up might spot Bolt's body here. But he's got to be careful because Goatland is maneuvering around. Looks like Hans is going to continue to clear contacts. But 10 kills, Bolt, honestly. Did he just carry the entire team? I think that, yeah, he Jesus. This man has single-handedly killed everyone. So now Klaus, oh, he is back up. Holy shit. Hold up.
A long time. And then
Nah, there's people's voices are drowning them out. I want to hear those local comms. Goatland might try to find an angle, but I'm also really curious how many friendly fires were on this boat. We got none here, none here. Who is the second guy? Cheeseburger. I saw some friendly fire come from this boat. Someone hit one of the British guys. But we got Garrett down. Termidoc, yeah, part of the original 3 that went down in that first barrage. Most of these guys, Rigel was able to get a kill before he was executed. Shea was able to get a kill as well. Bob Winchester able to get a kill. But, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So one of them did die to the boat. That's what I saw earlier. Because Hans literally got every other kill with that 71 drum mag on the PPSH. The Germans did exactly what they needed to. They went CQC, and they just annihilated everyone. Mod, thanks for giving Don a sub. Mod, of course, being the sub-Santa of the channel. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick out of this scenario. But Goatland, he still has a long range, so he's still able to communicate with the boats. We got one boat breaking formation, might dismount Hood to join him. We also have the British coming around over here, but Goatland is spotted. Starts getting engaged, firing back with his Thompson. He's going to be quick to pull away. Bolt, I think, no, the open door right there just blocked his point of view. And Banana Man with the 6-month resub. Thank you so much. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this scenario. Yeah, I think you guys just got the infantry getting ambushed here in the aftermath. Goatland's fighting for his life. I hope he doesn't get blue on blue by his own boat. We're seeing some more 20mm cannon fire coming up. Accurate on the Germans' positions. And the Germans are quick to try to run. Goatland's still flanking around. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get blue on blue here. But if I were the Germans, knowing I just wiped an entire squad, I'd pull away at this point and take my W. Because that boat is not going to be able to distinguish friend and foe from this range. And I honestly don't think the British have the manpower to continue. If they lose this other major group, it's going to be over. Hemington coming in saying he died. Just one crazy German with a stolen PPSH from the Soviets is just cleaned house. It's very rare you see people getting the double digits in OFCRA, but here we are. Goatland's still running around trying to get some kills here. Bolt pulling away on his own. For what reason, I do not know. I think he's trying to justify the British might have tried to pull back. Goatland's up here. He's looking. He might spot close. Trying to line up a shot. Manages to knock him out. The other Hans here, I think he saw where those shots came from because those are tracers. Bolt staying in the back line as now Goatlin is in a 1v2. And he's looking back, wondering where those shots were. Goatlin's in a very advantageous position, though. Hands pulling back. More 20mm coming in. Thankfully, these buildings are going to block it from hitting Goatlin's building. I'm going to be watching what this group does. But it's nice to see the Germans, they've actually put some guys on the back line anticipating something like that. They've got that area fully locked down with people watching the bridge and people watching around. And they're sending up another group of Germans to reinforce that front line. That's going to be advantageous for the British in the back line here, because they're only going to fight a chunk of defenders. But, I mean, this firefight, the British had the numbers advantage, but still lost because they were pretty much ambushed. So we'll see if that happens again. So Bolt staying back here, just trying to be sneaky. Goatland assured by the 20mm cannon that he's not going to be flanked on the rear, so he's going to push around. And he might end up in Bolt's crosshairs here. He's definitely laying in wait. He's probably not going to have line of sight here. And Tootie, yes, that was an STG. Oh, there goes Tootie complaining about the gun choice because the year didn't match. I think Bolt just spotted him. He's moving in. I don't know when he decided to move in, but he might have just spotted Goatland. He's quickly doing some medical on himself. I think he just did some epi. No, it was morphine. Morphine epi combo, I bet. That is a common metagame strat of pre-medicaling, knowing when you're about to get in a firefight, because that increases your heart rate and lowers your pain by default. So if you take shots, your aim won't get immediately scuffed. Goatland, oh, he's going to get Hillary Clinton'd. There it is, Bolt on his 11th kill. Oh my god. The madman. Executing with the handgun. This man single-handedly wipes an entire, like, 2 squads with the PPSH. But, I mean, out of every gun that I can think of in the mod set, the 71 drum mag PPSH is the textbook choice for this scenario. He was able to get 1 triple kill, 2 triple kills with these 3 bodies. Got another one in here. Another one in there. Literally sweeped the street with that squad. And then there's a British body. Let's actually look where all of them died. So we got Garrett, who died in the original 3. Termitok also. Barg died down here. Rigel, we saw get executed. Goatland, who just got executed on the corner. Demivar, who also died in the original 3. Shay, who died down here, was able to take out a German before he went down. Fact of the House died in one of those triples. Bob Winchester dying in the building right here, who traded with Bolt, but then Bolt woke back up. Nubass executed in one of those triples as well. Nicotron down here, and then Lemur, I believe, is the guy. He couldn't have been killed by a 20mm. From over here, unless it was an incredibly large range, but I'm going to do another head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so we have 12 with names, but Bolt only has 11 kills. I don't see any other kills on that side, so I think the 20mm might have gotten Shay, in all honesty. Because I did see 20mm come down here as well. Or actually, no, who's this? That might have also been it. I'll have to recheck the footage. But I know for a fact that 20 got someone. So yeah, Germans are just going to pull back, and that's pretty much it for that southern flank. They're going to have to rely on the northern flank to have this mission go. The one concern that there is now is the time limit. About 35 minutes remaining for this team to sweep the northern side and then run down and sweep the southern side, and then for the boat to push in. I think eventually that boat's going to have to just push in on its own and risk it. Because there's no way. If they hug the right side of the coast, though, does that... No, that flat gun can still see right up the coast. Completely. And it's just going to wait and watch that vector. So I think the British are in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, there's a tree right there. I thought that was a ship for a second. I don't know, guys. So we got the Czechs here. They've crossed. They're going to try to attack this position from the north because that's the only card they have left to play because they don't have any marksmen, and attacking from the other side would be suicide to fight that flat cannon. How are the British doing over here? I think they know that they now need to maneuver. We just got to hope they don't get spotted by the garrison in this tree. Doesn't look like they will. They need someone with binos to look from over here. Now we're just going to wait on maneuvers. I think we're also seeing the smaller boats test the waters here. I did see a boat earlier. It might have just been this tree, though. But it might just be the boats testing the range of that flat cannon. Oop. I thought they sniped him. I was like, Jesus, from that range? That flat gun has certainly spotted something and is firing at it. That might be the bigger ship. I think they're having... I thought I saw Zicky... No, it was Callie up here ranging those shots. I don't have tracers because they didn't give me a spectator slot. But I think they're firing the rounds up on this boat. The British misjudged the range of that flat cannon. Now they're forced to pull it back. They're trying to get it to safety before those rounds can hit. Hans Prime, yeah, right? We have a new veteran player that we have to watch for. Alright, so that boat has been maneuvered back to safety outside of the range of that flat gun. But I'm thinking this three-man strike team is going to try to engage that flat gun from the rear. And once they clear it, that ship is going to go full steam ahead. Small question, I don't know if it's going to be able to fit under this bridge. It's going to be definitely a tight fit, but I guess we'll see when we get there. Looks a little too tall, in my opinion. So you got Snake Doctor watching the rear. I think these three could potentially... I'm not sure if they have any AT grenades or any capabilities to actually destroy the flat gun. But they could certainly kill some of those guys, take the flat gun, and then find a way to disable it or something. Since the Germans are really committing a lot of forces to the south, thinking the British are just going to go up that bank, it is allowing that rear to be opened up, but... Oh, wow. No, this is perfect. The British are going to have a deep strike capability here to take out these flat guns on the rear. And then from there, I think they might be able to make it to the other position, and the boat just has to go full steam ahead. But after those guns are taken out, and that gun is potentially taken out by this three-man team, that boat's going to purely focus on moving so it can make it within the time frame. Crusader asking if radios can be stolen, and Emir responding, I hope I pronounced that right, with they can't be stolen for this mission. Nice. Now what do we got here? About 9 players. These are the French guys, or was that 8? I might have miscounted. 8 players coming down. Do they have Piot between? They are the anti-tank section, so yes, they would have multiple Piots. So they have the capabilities of destroying these guns, and they could potentially sneak right in. Honestly, I don't know why the 6 EME guys were pushed across the river here. I feel like their previous positions were more advantageous because difficult to say. I mean, they've got a lot of sandbag cover here, but I think they're just fearing that the British might be pushing another force up this side, and they're fearing long-range AT, but it's completely left their rear guard open, and I think the British are going to have a fighting chance here after they're taken out. They, in this case, being the flat guns. This is going to all fall to Ziki in the remaining 2 checks, though. I could still see the British winning, though, if they take out those 2 rear flat guns and they keep above 5 players so the Germans don't get the supremacy bonus. I think point-wise, the British can still win it.
Yo, 5 months.
King Gruzy, thanks so much for the 5-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So yeah, German reinforcements from this position are actually ways away. There's only 6 guys here, so a 1-to-2 ratio, but they're going to have to be quick because once those Germans sound the alarm, they've got a full squad and a veteran player with 11 kills who... Did he actually change to a 44? And I think his buddy just got shot. Yeah, they're being blue on blued. Oh my god. Bald's battle buddy just got taken out by friendlies. Hold on, I want to hear this.
That came all the way down
we
there
did
to
the
help
fucking play of the mission. We just fucking French.
Oh my god.
Holy shit like that.
And now the fucking Czechs are breaking into the middle point.
Oh my god. So you heard the laughter of everyone dead in the spectator channel with me. And you also heard someone locally laughing as Balt was chewing him out for a second. Lowen's trying to do medical, but it's already too late. Who's the goober that did the shot? Let's see who the shooter was there. It was one of the bolt-action rifles, or definitely a rifle. We'll see a -1 on their name. It was Darky there. That's why you got a PID, guys, because that was pretty funny. Ay. So we're just waiting on the British now to get in position. Let me go ahead and write that timestamp down. Really, the Shenanigans channel, which is now the PvP channel, we try to always have a highlight down, and if we have one, a big video. But otherwise, we stack 2 highlights together, so getting... I'm surprised with how much we have for highlights from the PvP ops, because there's just so many crazy things that players do to each other. The Germans have not realized it, but this is the worst possible position they can be in. This is literally how the British ambush kicked off. So if they can move Ziki up with that submachine gun, he could pretty much sweep the German players right here. And the flat gun's completely exposed as well. If the British could get up, they could win it. And then it would be a 3v2. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to play this extremely cautiously, though, because they don't know that they're up there just chilling. They got Benares and Ezio running back. Oh, God, are they just all going to get together? I swear if this is an upset, just because of an ambush. Two of them don't even have their weapons out. Oh, God, if the British could scout this and see this right now. They're crossing. Oh, my God. Only Snake Doctor staying behind. What are they thinking? If they could get Zicky up here with the Thompson, he might not take the shot, though, because he might think there's more shooters somewhere around. He doesn't have perfect information like us, but I'm flabbergasted here. I think they're going to make it over the bridge, but I don't know if these guys have any way to destroy the flat gun. They have a radio, though, to report that the flat gun position's clear. So that boat's just going to start driving. And then they could set up an ambush around the flat gun itself and chuck grenades and kill gunners. Or range in the 20mm to take the flat gun out. That might be what they're planning. Because they would be within radio range of each other. Zicky, he's seen these guys crossing. I'll be curious to see what they do with that information, but looks like they've also sent the 6 EME guys down south. I think the British are going to clutch this. I still don't know how they're going to get the boat past this bridge, but the Germans have completely overcommitted to an aggressive defense away from the actual objectives, and I think this is going to get clutched. So the British still being cautious, not realizing the Germans have completely moved out of this area. This is... I cannot believe this. NASA is getting way too overconfident here. And I think that's going to be his downfall. So you got these guys now trying to come together and make a plan. Got some gunshots here because they're testing the machine gun. And they're just pulling back completely. Now, are these guys going to fold back, or are they going to continue to hold the bridge? Wow. Yep, they're running for it. NASA has completely mispredicted British capabilities here, and he's about to pay for it. We might actually see the British still win this, despite losing their numbers here. Zicky's checking around the flat gun. Realistically, they don't have to demo the flat gun yet either. They can just report to the boat and say, hey, it's clear, and have the boat start driving and sideswipe the Germans. So they just need to give the all clear at this point. Oh my God. He has explosives. And they just primed him. I can't believe this. I mean, the British are commandos, so this is the most commando level shit I've seen in PvP in a long time. I think the closest thing I've seen was when Scandi Recon led the push in FNF a few Fridays ago. And they completely circumvented the Germans' defensive line because they also got too proactive in their defense, and were able to still play the objective and win. So this is going to get points on the board for the British for taking out one of these flat guns. And with that, the boat is still holding for now. I think they set it on a timer. But that boat needs to start moving because 20 minutes is going to be cutting it close. And you have the other British commando team getting here. setting stuff up. You've got NASA here holding, but he's on his own. He's about to spot these commandos. At least I think he's going to spot these commandos. But he's got no troops to pull back. Why is it not letting me see his first person? There we go. There's the gun. And that gun is not destroyed, but that should have been considered destroyed, in my opinion. All right, boat's going to start moving. There it is. I forget if this thing has a damage texture or not, but now you have all of these infantry looking back, and they heard that explosion. Now they're wondering. Hold up, I'm going to unmute. So they're asking command what that was, and you hear people.
Even though they failed to blow up the cannon, there are still no baddies on the cannon, so.
In the north, the French.
And to be fair, if the anti-aircraft gun on the nose of the ship can actually get an angle on that flak gun, you can't man it. Just get fucking mowed down.
That's what they're talking about.
NASA is just realizing that he's done.
All right, so spectators are also saying NASA might be realizing he fucked up here. But he's now looking away from the window, so the British might be able to sneak by if they're quick enough. I don't think the British believe that this is unguarded, because why would it be? The British have been incredibly cautious here. Here, I'm going to unmute again.
Oh my god. What? No! He's been staring there all mission, and as soon as he looks away, the French cross. Oh no!
Did you hear the guys in the spectator channel talking about this?
Oh, NASA! Oh, you poor creature!
Oh my god!
No!
No, someone just shot!
They fucked it.
And NASA immediately turns around
Fucked it.
and he sees that guy.
They shot.
Oh my god! 6 EME had an opportunity. They just spotted NASA and they're engaging. The jig is up, but they're sending charges. Oh my god. This is just amateur hour at this point. I think the British are still going to win this, though. That's the craziest thing. Because these guys haven't turned around wondering what that explosion was, so the boat's just going to drive by. The only chance the Germans have is to snipe the drivers of these boats. So, oh my god, these guys basically, they set the vehicles to drive forward. They're on the machine guns now to cover. Modadict, bro. Not bro speak, damn it. All right, so the Bromans are in a really big brokel here, okay? The Bromans are in about 2 separate brokes here with Bro Command on his own while the Brodish are sabotaging 2 Bro 36s, all right? Now, the Brodish, they were on the back foot here. The Bro foot. And it appears that Brosa, who's commanding the Broish here, is having a tough time rallying his Bromans because, honestly, the Broish are going to be able to pull this out right from under the Broman's nose. Now you got Brody Cal firing. And you got the Brody Millimeter also opening up. And the Bromans are pretty much brewed here. Holy crap, man. I think that's the poor bro that they shot. Nope, actually, I forget which one they killed, but oh my god, Sonaki and the Brodio operator. The boat is just bro-succuring these poor Bromans as the Broish continue to choose to broach up the river. And both of the escort boats are doing fine. You think oh gosh, the Broman here is now going to try to eliminate the Broke cannon. All right, that's a minute. That's it. I think the British have actually clutched this, despite Balt's efforts of getting 11 kills. Now they're on the rear guns, laying into the infantry. Ah, so the driver's actually in the boat itself, so they can't get him. Germans don't really have any way to maneuver. I think the British here have been staying back, just making sure no one gets on that gun via that window. And I think the 20mm is going to tear it apart when it gets closer, but we'll see if that boat can even fit under here. As now these cannons have been getting rigged to blow. And I think they're either burning the ammo or what. I think because they tried to dead them and they didn't actually dead. But yeah, the Germans are now trying to rally in the back. At this point, I mean, technically wise, the British have won. The flat cannons are dead. The boat is coming. There shouldn't be any reason that the Germans win this, in my opinion. So yeah, these Germans have just been left behind, essentially. As now this group of infantry, they're going to be forced to cross the bridge, though. So if the British wise up to this and set up a few guns, they should be fine. But NASA looks like he's trying to throw Willie Pete's here. That's one flat cannon down. Other flat cannons still operational. I'd be willing to bet that one of these boats is going to pick up the Czechs. I'm waiting to see when the 20mm is going to start annihilating. Oh, here we go. Still operational. How much fire can that thing take? What the fuck? Huh. Well, I think they're going to consider that destroyed, because at that point, with that much 20mm that's gone in it, and the fact it's already taken an explosive charge, and we know they have a destroy texture because they just did that to one of them. Yeah, all right. I'm going to be entertained here. Let's see it. Okay. Okay. Write that one down. Okay, well, so for all of you who were concerned with me about seeing if they could fit, there's your answer. Apparently, they can fit. I don't know why. There you go. Oh my god. I think this is done. This is it. So these three did not get picked up, and instead they're gonna either put more demo on it or move up on foot. It's GG. Unless somehow the... Nope, that's destroyed. That's destroyed. GG. British Command Bros. I love that. I love that. It's... There's no stopping that boat now. It's done. They threw the towel in. I'm going to laugh at NASA later because he's my OFCRA correspondent, but I get where he was trying to go with it. He got overconfident because he wiped out half of the British, but they clutched. And this is what I always say about OFCRA. Just because you lose the opening firefight and take a shit ton of casualties, it's not always the end of the world. Because something usually happens and it turns around in the blink of an eye. So now you got the Germans running up here. But even if they wipe everything, they're not going to be able to stop the boat. You know, we didn't do a prediction here. I should have done a prediction. Oh, well. Missed that. My bad, guys. It's the 5-minute delay. I end up thinking about other things. Yeah, so the British, I think they're just going to get out of this AO, or they're just going to pick a place to hold. Because there's nothing else they need to do right now, you know? They've got 10 minutes remaining. Plenty of time to get that boat up. I misjudged the speed of that boat, too. I thought it would be a little slower. But, I mean, if that 20mm starts shooting at this smoke, it's GG. I want to see that 20 tear the fuck out of this, man. It's like NASA's gotten up. He took one guy out. Fleesh is now on his own with a shotgun. There's the 20mm opening up. A little bit of crossfire. You also got the 30mm fire, and you got one man down on the bridge. That's Benares. NASA getting the second kill on Fleesh. Got some spray coming down here by Zixme with the Thompson. If you do OFCRA and get on their TeamSpeak, it has all the groups listed out. Roland, I think, just got Hillary Clinton'd because he was looking away. Yeah. Long range. Multi-tap to the face. Zixme getting a second kill on the guy on the window. Wow. Great shooting there. Taking some return fire from an MP40 as Zixme enhanced movements over. No, he got shot through the wood and was knocked out. Desperately trying to save himself, but that 20mm gives no fucks at this point. Oh, this is just a massacre. The boat is here to stay. AT going onto the boat from a, that was a Panzer. Another one. That's Benio doing his best to try to clutch while he's under heavy fire. That is one thick German wall there. Let's loose another shot. He might be out of ammo. Hippie's still alive in there. Oh, and he gets taken out. Possibly by a 30mm. You got Callie trying to pick people out with the FG-42, but it's not designed to do that, unfortunately. Did he actually just get one? No, they changed seats. Okay. It's Cheeseburger, Hippie, and... Did he get one? No, we'd see a body. So Mikkel's in one boat, Hood's in the other. It's Snake, Cheeseburger, and Hippie. Two gunners and the driver, and they're trying to wedge it under the bridge. Oh. That is Hood. He's unconscious in the boat. And we just saw Mikkel get picked off as well. So the escorts are starting to get hit. Oh, one of the gunners just got hit. But if Hippie just stays in the driver's seat, they've actually dismounted and they're returning fire from the boat. As long as Hippie stays in the boat, they're fine. 6 minutes remaining. It's GG. The Germans don't have... Looks like they knocked out a few of the guns, actually. Maybe one of those Panzer Shrek rounds hit that turret. Oh, that was Hippie that went down. The driver. So these two guys have turned out. Technically, I'm not sure if the Germans are allowed to steal that boat or not. You got Callie running up with the FG-42. I mean, that's going to be a really good position for him to jump from the bridge with the FG-42 and take these guys out. It's like Mikkel woke back up. He's circling around. And the 3 British players are starting to come back. Germans are also running up, but they're not going to get up here in 5 minutes. I was thinking that too, but I don't think the boat's going to get armored here. Took some damage, but not enough. Callie. Callie's going to make a play here. NASA jumping from the boat. Trying to shoot out, but he's given away. Snake's now running up and executes NASA. That makes the boat start moving. Snakes is crippled. Callie didn't join him. Instead, he's going to try to pick off Mikkel there. If he were to look below him, he'd have a perfect shot on Snakes and Cheeseburger. And the boat's starting to drift back. No way. Callie, look down. Callie, look down, buddy. Snakes noticed. A grenade got thrown. I don't think it's going to stay on the texture, though. Callie now being engaged by the 30 cal. Snake looking up. Did Callie just get a pick off? Wow. Mikkel just got headshotted by Callie. Now Callie's checking the other side. He's nope, he's gonna continue going. These guys are running out of boat, but the boat is now slowly drifting out of the AO. Oh, Snake's quickly getting into it to fix it. And that armored Cheeseburger, and now he's underwater. Of course. Of freaking course. And then there was one. Snakes is like, Cheeseburger? Cheeseburger, buddy, where are you? Where'd you go? I took the mag out of my gun. Cheeseburger! My God. I am just... I don't even know what to say about this, guys. This is pretty incredible. I've got 6 highlights to process after this one. I think Cheeseburger's gonna drown. But this is GG at this point. Unless Callie boards, just goes German commando and gets the boat out of the AO. Which, by the way, killing Snakes could armor the boat again and cause it to drift out in those 2 minutes, 15 seconds. But Callie has to be decisive. Come on, Callie. I believe in you. Make the clutch. Go full-on Spotter-Man with this one. You can do it. You know they're going to be back there. He's going to do it. No, come on. Callie, we need you, buddy. There's only 2 minutes left. Callie, you got to be the Spider-Man. We know you are. Is he going to try to get on that little part? I think he's going to get slid off if he tries that. He got stuck. Snakes can hear those footsteps. He knows. He's got a Bren. 30 rounds. Callie has the FG-42, which... forget if it's 30, but it's definitely, you know, at least 20. Hippie, there's you, and then there's another hippie who's dead. All right, Callie, come on. Commando time. Commando time, Callie. NASA did it, so can you. Stop going for the safe option. You have to make a play, Callie. Come on. Less than 1 minute, Callie. You can do this. You can do this, Callie. Be the hero. Whoa, Snake Doctor, what are you doing? Being aggressive. You're kidding. Come on, Callie! Oh no, the boat might arma because of the body. Oh, there's 15 seconds left. What's the play? Callie's gonna, I think he's throwing in the towel, but the boat's in the AO, so it counts. I think it's an hour and a half. It might be something a little longer. I think this is GG, though. I'm not considering the 10 minutes on safe start, though. There's still another 10 minutes in the play. I did not consider safe start. Fuck. So there's still 10 minutes here. All right, come on. Board the boat. I don't think they can steal the boat, though. Everyone remembers when the Germans stole the boat, right? That's historically accurate in the raid of St. Nazaire. Is his body still arming? Yep. Look, they're in a really bad position here. They're going to be forced to get on the boat at this rate because the British are about to flank. And they're firing pirates. Jesus Christ. Gonna have to range that a lot higher. Here's the pitch. Still short. The boat is not stuck. Clement jumping down, taking a blind shot. He's gonna have to yell and say, hey, the boat's clear. You guys need to jump down. Can he get on the flat gun? No. No. He'd have a perfect shot. The Germans might have just won it. They have to destroy the boat to get points, so I don't think they won it, but they at least pulled that out of the objective. Theoretically... Actually, if the Germans get 1 or 2 more kills, they might win it because of the supremacy bonus. Had a few bodies just get dropped here. This... I cannot believe how many times the tables have turned here. I should have done a prediction, man. It would have been close either way. We have 3, 6, 7 players left, so if 2 more get killed, the Germans get the supremacy bonus, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 German players left, so the Germans actually have a numbers advantage. I thought I just saw one get dropped. That boat, I think, is being taken out of the play area here. I think we got to bet on this one. We have a lot of angry people. Callie just needs to drop 1 or 2 more guys with that FG-42. Axel switching to the STG. Oh, Callie getting picked off. Oh. All right, 6 more minutes. That remaining 5-man group, but if they lose 1 guy, I think the British are going to win. Because even if they then lose 2 guys on the British side to give the Germans a supremacy bonus, then the points from the 2 flat guns that were destroyed are going to outweigh the point of the flat gun not destroyed. And I think that's going to be it. Because technically that flat gun should be destroyed, but it wasn't. If we go back and change its check its texture. Yeah, technically wasn't, even though it should, in my opinion. But we're basing this off of the game logic. At this point, the British just need to chill. I think the British have still won this points-wise. If they get clean sweep by the Germans here, I'm giving it to the Germans. I don't care what the points say, because that's... At that point, the Germans cleaned house and stole the boat. Like... I think I'm going to start doing that for OFCRA for predictions. I decide who wins. Not the point values, because things can bug out. But if something like the main objective gets stolen back, like, at that point... That's funny. Now they're going to cross and go into a kill zone. As the 5 remaining Germans come up. Iceberg, when you get to this point, basically the British had to bring the boat to the red zone to score, I think, like 4 points or something ridiculous. Oh my god. Did the Germans just take a shot? Yes, they did. They just took out one of the British guys. Oh, it's our man, Hans Bolt. He survived, and he is cleaning house. That is his 12th kill. Ibnek gets taken out by a rifleman. Bolt trying to put some double taps on. I forgot. The man that has literally killed so many is still alive, and he is still kicking. Oh, he might get elevation here. No way. Trying to engage Hunt there. Oh, and he gets hit in the face! His helmet tanked the round, though. He only goes unconscious. The British are down to 5, which means the Germans have secured the 5 points, but the Germans, they still have all 5 of their guys technically alive. Wait, 1, 2. Yep, that's 5. So technically, if the Germans do not lose a single player, they could still theoretically tie, unless they find a way to blow that boat up and maybe ram it into the river multiple times. Bolt is back awake! Manages to get another kill! There's no stopping this man! His hitbox! He should be dead with that headshot. The Germans could still tie if they do not have a casualty. Because the 6th one is driving that boat. And the British are only down to 3 players up. A 4th one bleeding out. Bolt now spraying down range, utilizing the fact that they're in the open. Quickly goes into cover after taking a few hits. He took a bullet impact. I thought I heard one. Might have hit the body behind him, though. And he kills them both. This man is unkillable. He's gone down twice. He's on 15 kills. And he's not stopping. Is PHK gonna see him? Yes, he does. He sprays. The sprays miss. Hans immediately jumps out and cripples himself. Is PHK gonna get the kill on Bolt and end this in a British victory with the supremacy bonus? Clemens freaking he's lowered it. There it is. That's the 40 mark. I can't believe it. All the flat guns were of 2 points, so it's officially a tie.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Wow. Wow. How did the Germans... Bolt finally gets dead. I'm genuinely shocked. There goes PHK. I'm going to be honest, if I were to put a prediction down, I would say it's a German victory. I would break the tie and I would give it to the Germans for this one. Just because of the balls of this man. He literally killed... This was like a 30v30. He killed half of the enemy team. Survived getting unconscious twice. And then finally got killed because he overjumped. I mean, that's just... Wow. Wow. Thank God I didn't run that prediction, right? Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back in about 3 hours for Paw Patrol's final lap before they switch to something else under a community rebrand. It's going to be a series survival. And then maybe at 10 p.m. if I make it, we'll do TM on the ground and I'll harass Platts sexually again. Thank you so much again for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. And hopefully I'll see you in a bit.